We made it back to the West Final. I don't know, second time in 3 years. Is that what it is? We were most recently here in the West Final against the St. Louis Blues in Season 7. That series went to 7 games. Spoiler, we lost in Game 7. It was a disappointing finish to Game 7 and to that series as a whole. Obviously, from a Flames perspective, if you're a St. Louis Blues fan or if you were on the Blues team, you had a great Western Conference Final and went on to win the Stanley Cup as well. Last time we faced the Chicago Blackhawks in this GM mode in the Stanley Cup playoffs, it was in the West Final. That West Final also went to 7 games, but we were victorious in those 7 games. Went on to win the Stanley Cup against the Buffalo Sabres, also in 7 games. Was an excellent playoff run in Season 4. That being said, we will now view the lines of the Chicago Blackhawks a little bit different from the last time we faced them. Of course, it is now Season 9. We faced off in Season 4 in the playoffs. Still have a 94 overall Jonathan Toews. I think, well, it would be, I'll find out in a moment exactly what year we're in the GM mode. It should be 2022, right? 2022, 2023. Anyway, Jonathan Toews centers the first line. That's all you need to know. Alongside the grinder, Andrew Shaw is still playing. Shaw is still playing with Chandler Stevenson. I would assume that's Chandler Stevenson. On the left wing, 83 overall sniper, Gabriel Bourque. Kumala, who was a problem in the West Final in Season 4, centers the second line alongside Lievo. So Bourque, Kumala, Lievo. Morin, we're getting to the bottom 6 now. Morin, Peary, LeBlanc. This is really great depth for Chicago. All the way around, fantastic depth. They have that 75 overall grinder on the fourth line, but he could still be something. Luke Adam. Oh, it's Luke Adam! This guy always ends up playing against our team in the playoffs. With the Sharks, with the Sabres in the Stanley Cup Final, and now he finds his way into the West Final against, once again, your Calgary Flames as a member of the Chicago Blackhawks. Joakim Nordstrom is the fourth line right wing. So there's the whole entire forward core for the Chicago Blackhawks in Season 9. Their defense core, Nick Leddy still here, Brent Seabrook. So they held on to their entire D-core, unlike the real world. Remember, in the real world, they moved on from Hjalmarsson, they moved on from Leddy. I think those guys were both traded out of Chicago. Keith moved on. He went on to play for Edmonton at the end of his career. You can see Duncan Keith is no longer, obviously, in his prime. He's 75 overall at this point. Unless that's a different Keith with the same letter in his first name. But I'm assuming that's Duncan Keith. Brent Seabrook, of course, retired. I don't know what year Seabrook retired in the real world, but he's 88 overall, defensive-minded defenseman. They really do have a weird D-core here. It's the drop-off of Duncan Keith, I think, that's catching me out a bit. Olsen and Luongo, they round out the entire D-core. So there's the D-core. Here's the power play. There's a little snapshot of what we're going to be dealing with on the power play. And this is the goaltenders. Corey Crawford, 87 overall. Hybrid goaltender, was the goalie of the playoffs back in Season 4. Aaron Ekblad had that sick dump-in goal in Game 7 in the West Final back then on a dump-in from center ice. It went in past the head of Corey Crawford. He'll never be living that one down. I do want to get through this real fast, get right into gameplay. I want to get to recording it. I also want to make editing smooth as sailing. So here's the stats, real fast, for the Chicago Blackhawks, sorted by forwards. Jonathan Toews, point per game. He's getting a lot of assists out there. 10 assists, 4 goals. Definitely a big offensive contributor at 34 years of age. So there's the age of Jonathan Toews. Kumala, he is 27 years old. Is he a draft pick? He is. He is a Chicago draft pick. In 2014, 16 overall. So that would be a real-life draft pick, not a draft pick in the video game, would it? Either way, there's his career games. and he's just 166 pounds, 5'9", man. But still very lethal on the ice. Brandon Peary, 31 years of age. I don't know why I keep pulling up these guys to see their age. We don't need to see the age of all of these players. There are some guys that I want to know how old they are. Tommy Lievo. Andrew Shaw is now 30 years of age. I don't even know what year we're in. We are in the 2022 season. So there you go. It's 2022 in the game world. And that is indeed Chandler Stevenson, who is a third-round pick of the Washington Capitals all the way back in 2012. Wow. Going way back there. Nordstrom, LeBlanc. I'm still not sure of the correct pronunciation, but we're going to go with LeBlanc for this series. Gabriel Bourque, the longtime Nashville Predator, 31 years of age. Drafted, of course, by Nashville in 2009. Jeremy Morin. Kramer with the one lone point on the left wing in 14 games. There he is. Luke Adam, man. The guy with the two first names. He was drafted by Buffalo. So he bounced from Buffalo to San Jose. And, of course, now to the Chicago Blackhawks, where he's played in 615 career games, 83 career playoff games, had a goal against us with the Buffalo Sabres in the Stanley Cup Final. I've brought this guy up a couple of times. It just seems like we always run into this guy, and he could be a force in this series. He really could be something to deal with. On the blue line, just real quickly on the blue line, Duncan Keith, now at the age of, that's why, 38 years old. Drafted by, way back in 2002. I was 8 years old. He was drafted all the way back in 2002 by the Chicago Blackhawks. He's played in over 1,300 career games at this point. How many 136 career playoff games, 12 goals, 67 points in the playoffs in that span. This is what he's done in the playoffs so far. 7 points, 2 goals, 7 points, and 1 goal from Letty Luongo. Seth Luongo. He is a draft pick of the AI. How do I want to put this? He's a 2021 draft pick. So he's a created player in the GM mode. 3.5 star gold star potential. Seabrook, I know I'm just going through this real fast. I want to fly through these stats so you can just kind of see them all for yourself. So they're in the video. Crawford is the only goaltender that has played for Chicago to this point. I'm kind of out of breath just running through this so fast. 92% save percentage, so that's pretty good. GAA, what was it again? 2.37. So he's capable of being scored on. He's not imperfect, I guess. That's for lack of a better term right now. He is not imperfect. He is beatable. But how many shots can he stop in this series? Into the fray once again with the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference Final. It hasn't been that long since your Calgary Flames had an appearance in the West Final. We went up against an arch rival of the Chicago Blackhawks the last time we made it here, the St. Louis Blues, and it was Boynton in the net. It is Crawford in the net for Chicago. I didn't have the cleanest of intros for this game. I just wanted to get right into it. I want to get right into gameplay. I don't have a ton of time. Primarily because in the real world, man, the gameplay actually feels unbelievably slow, and the game speed is actually cranked up to the maximum for this one. Oh, we've given a free. Oh my God. Outside of the net. Thank you, Peter Mrazek. What a start to this West Final. There's a blocker save. We got to get collected on D, man. This is a bad start for us. I can't even explain my easy goal for sure. Goodness gracious. Easy goal for Andrew Shaw. I have a couple things I need to go over, but it will have to wait because the Blackhawks have come out flying out of the gate. We look totally unprepared to play this game. I don't even know what to say. It didn't take long to have Chelsea a dagger playing inside what is called the Chicago Stadium in this game, but we all know this is basically the United Center. Great start, boys. Just dump the puck in. God knows. Just dump the puck in. Great start. Forecheck. There we go. Lars Eller knows what's going on. D. Oh, he can't. Really? Really? Oh, my. Can't even handle a simple pass. D on the blue line. I might have to wait for a whistle to explain what I was going to talk about. Oh, wait. Okay, and a penalty. Great job. Just a brilliant start. Kumala is wrecked in the corner. So, in the real world, the reason I rushed that intro, the Leafs and the Panthers play tonight in the real world. Game 3, I think it is. So if you want to know when I'm recording this, that's when I'm recording this. Game 3 goes tonight. I want to wrap this recording up before that game starts. Get a little food in, sit back and watch some good playoff hockey. It's going to be very difficult for me to record episodes just because of the playoffs going on, and with it being round 2, there's still a lot of games on every night, including my Hurricanes are playing. So if there's a Hurricanes game on, I'm definitely not recording an episode for this, and it's going to be a scramble to even get episodes recorded or edited, that are already recorded. This has been such a frantic start for us. That's a weird deflection handled by Peter Mrazek. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is a couple weeks ago, I faced an illness. And I know, it's really weird. An illness in the month of April. But it took me a week to basically get over it. Including a fever. I had a pretty intense fever. It just ramped up for one day. And cover the puck, Mrazek. It's so hard to explain what's going on in my life and try to play the game at the same time. I hope everyone watching understands, but it's really kicking off. It is kicking off in front of Mrazek there. But either way, I had an illness. It took me a while to kick it. And you know what the crazy part is? The cough has just continued to linger. So I haven't even been able to record much of anything because I've just had a lingering cough. It's not too bad. It is pretty sparse. But I just wanted to let everyone be aware that there may be the occasional cough. Maybe I'll edit it out or something. Who knows? Not a good start. We are on our heels to begin this game. Peter Mrazek, you got to be the best version of yourself tonight. Finally, Faxa digs it out, but we are so slow coming away. It feels like my team's in quicksand. I'm chipping this to the corner. The smart play on a PK. Or as we've seen at times with the Calgary Flames, the power kill. It's a power kill because we are not afraid to take chances and take opportunities, even when shorthanded in a game like this. I don't like what we've done to come out in this one. We haven't come out as the best version of the Calgary Flames that we know that we can be. You got to the conference final because you're a good team. But based on the early metrics in this one, we don't look like a good team. But we're back to 5-on-5, which is where we need to learn to live and breathe in this series. Just shoot it, Ollie. That's fine. Just get the puck back toward the net. Back toward Corey Crawford. Make him work. Now, I set up to be a 1-2-2 on the forecheck at the blue line, so we're really aggressive. And you can see that working out and paying dividends on this early forecheck. However, Kostitsin didn't hold on to that puck. Oh, my God. Back to the box. Penalties are going to be a problem for us, and we cannot. The way that first power play went for Chicago, we cannot take penalties. It's somewhere in one of the episodes that I uploaded, but I'm not sure if Corey Crawford, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if Marian Hossa retired. Obviously, Crawford didn't retire. He's in the net for the Blackhawks right now. But I'm curious if Marian Hossa retired. Obviously not in the lineup for Chicago. I assume he would retire. He's pretty aged out at this point. Taves scores on the power play. This is going to be a short series if we play like this. I'm going to go to tight point. I got to change everything. This is not the way to play. I had a mindset coming into this series that we were going to play a certain way, and I didn't want to get away from that unless we absolutely had to, but it looks like we're going to have to get away from the way that we want to play very early in Game 1 because what we're doing isn't working. We've taken 2 penalties. We've given up 2 goals. One was at even strength and one on the power play for Chicago, so the penalty kill's 50-50. Forget about the power kill. We didn't even get a chance to go on the power kill. Yeah, I don't even care at this point if that was a penalty. I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care if that was a penalty on Radek Faxa. Get your skating legs underneath you, please. Bring the physical boom in this series. We got to start picking up our pace of play. You know, the thing about the statistic of hitting, it doesn't matter how much you hit a team, because if you're out hitting another team, more than likely, as an opponent, you are not possessing the puck if you are out hitting your opposition. It just means you don't have possession of the puck, because you cannot legally hit an opponent without them having possession. So I'm slowing it down here. Forced pass toward the back door, intercepted easily by Chicago. They bring it out through center ice. Knocked down beautifully at center ice by Karan, but then he just refuses to skate after it. Well, if they're going to dump it in, finish your check. At the very minimum, finish your check. But I can't explain to you how slow the game, at least my team feels. It literally feels like my team is skating through quicksand. There's a shot blocked on the way toward Corey Crawford. Everywhere on the ice, finish your check. Finish a hit everywhere. Blum wraps it around. Hanowski on the boards. It's just got to it takes one goal right now. Just get one goal to get us back in the game. There you go. Are you kidding me? With a spread eagle, beautiful save by Crawford. Just chip it back in. We got to grind away at this game, at this opponent. The Chicago Blackhawks team. Incredibly difficult to play against so far. They've succeeded in getting me and my team off of our game. Look at the burst of speed by Sagan. First time we've seen any life in this game. A hook to Sagan. Third penalty of the period. And it's me. It was totally me. Because I deliberately went for that stick lift. We ran right into Crawford. Which I don't think the Hawks would appreciate very much. I certainly wouldn't. You've got your star goaltender in the net. He's carried you to the West Final. You can't have players running into him. But for me, from my perspective, it's important to just get the puck on the net. Any way you have to. I don't care if you have to full-on bulldoze into the freaking goaltender into the net to put the puck over the goal line. And I am serious about my statement of finishing your body checks everywhere on the ice. Mrazek doesn't look very good well, I take that back. He looks great to start this game because we have hung him out to dry way too much in this one. But it's not filling me with confidence right now. The start we've had to this game, we've given Jonathan Taves way too many opportunities. Back to the point, across the rink. Oh my God, this power play is deadly. Ooh, are we overmatched? I feel overmatched. I'm pulling Mrazek, and it's not his fault. We need a change of scenery right now in the net. What are we doing on the ice? What are we doing? Everybody, Mrazek included. He fell on his butt cheeks. All right, Kemper, you're getting in there. Just get in the net. Do some miracles. Do miracles on me, Kemper, please. Or somebody for the Calgary Flames offense needs to do some miracles on me. Dump in, not an icing. Karan with a twisted backhander out of the zone. Kept in by Luke Adam. Who else? Gotten very familiar with Luke Adam in this GM mode. Maybe I should trade. He's another player. Maybe I should trade for. You know, Corey Perry hasn't been seen from in a long time. Dished off, return. Give and go with Karan. Karan could not hold on to that puck. He goes short side attempt on Corey Crawford. It was denied. This is brought ahead and dumped in by the Blackhawks on a line change. I'm going to saucer this into the neutral ice. There he is, Corey Perry. Spin move. Perry to the back door. There it is. Tap in goal. Riley Smith. It just took that play and that setup by Corey Perry to get us on the board and right back in a game. That was great patience with the puck as well. Spins off the D. Crawford is kind of just trying to bail himself out with a desperation save. He made his best lunging attempt at it, but Riley Smith was too good for him with a backdoor tap in. I don't care how you have to get these goals, just get them and get them legally. That's all that I'm concerned with. Very frustrating start to the game for Calgary. Obviously, on our end, we didn't come prepared for this Chicago team. They're shooting it from everywhere. That's going to be a concern of mine. But Darcy Kemper has his first save in the game. Chip play to the outside. Ollie, a big boom, but a block. Just dump it back in, Clefbaum. I can't take any chances with the puck right now. We need to just make sure right now that we get out of the first period without giving up a fourth goal in the game. That's my only concern. Don't give up another goal in the game. You can see this aggressive forecheck. We got that one guy still hanging. kind of in the middle, but also toward the boards to try to keep the puck in. Demolished on the boards was that Blackhawks player. Man, the controller feels so funky. What a deke coming out through neutral ice here. Riley Smith, a couple handles, giving off for Sagan. Now across for Hanowski. Shooting, but picked off by the glove of Crawford. It was a tough angle shot for Hanowski, but to get the pass over there in the first place was pretty amazing. Hanowski just kind of, I guess, a partial change. Joined forces with that first line because you see Sagan and Riley Smith out there. Whoever has to do it. I don't care who has to do it. It's just whoever gets it done. You might be, you get it done and you're on the bottom six, you might get promoted to the top six. Oh, great play by Hanowski knocking that one down. Shaw dumps this in further into the zone. I'm going to reverse it the other side. Paulin in waiting, the smaller size. There we go with the first controller disconnection of the series and the game, of course. Hopefully not too many of those, but the cable has really been struggling to stay plugged in today. Even though it hasn't disconnected until that point in the gameplay. It disconnected a few times earlier before I started recording. I don't even care about Sagan's points slump or whatever you want to describe that is. It's not a concern for me. I mean, your star players are going to go through droughts even in the playoffs, even when you need them the most. It's just, can they be effective in other ways? Can they be effective defensively? Can they be an annoyance to the other team in some form or some fashion? Can they help generate chances? Back to the point from Luff, that was very unorthodox in my opinion. LeBlanc will draw another penalty. The fourth one of the period? Okay, the different strategy, by the way. Diamond PK. Diamond penalty kill may not make a difference. I think Sagan has taken 2 for hooking in this period. The referees, you know, you owe me a power play right now. I just want to say that. Look at that, 11 shots on 3 power plays and 2 goals. Not a recipe for success, Calgary Flames. Down the ice. Forget the power kill. We're just clearing this thing down. Crawford will leave it or rim it. He rims up the glass, but we'll keep that in right there. Power kill activated. Jonathan Blum. Oh, laid out by Seabrook. That was a punishing hit in the corner. Great stick by Faxa. Coming back on the back check. He gets a stick lift on Kumala. Defensive positioning. Oh, big blocker save. Heavy save from Darcy Kemper. Getting involved in the action in this one. Just backhand flip. Yes, backhand flip out. Settled by Luongo. Ahead to his D partner. That was Seabrook. Kumala. Forward pass for Taves. Forward pass for Stevenson. Off the pad. A rebound, but smothered by Kemper. Now I feel that the pace of play, you know, when we don't have possession, I feel that the pace of play is almost too much. Jonathan Taves is really involved in this game. That's going to be a problem for us in this series. He has been all around it in this game, to take one of my own favorite sayings away from myself. He has. He's been all around it in this game already. And we haven't even played a whole period yet. We still got 1:33 to go. And that is my concern, is we just can't get out of the period right now. I talked about getting out of the period without giving up a 4th goal. It looks like that is almost a guarantee right now. Okay. I don't like what I'm seeing right now from our team. We just cannot put Chicago on the power play. That is just lethal. It is a recipe for disaster, Calgary. It is a real recipe for disaster. Andrew Shaw, meet your maker, buddy. Get on the boards, Luff. We got to clear this. We are so slow. I kid you not, we are the slowest team. Simon Luff. No breakaway, knocked down by Letty. I really needed a breakaway. I don't even care who had the breakaway. We just need one for morale. Purely for morale. We just need the breakaway. Dump incoming? Yep, there it is. Just pin it. Just pin it, Ekblad. Just pin it. Send it down the rink. That's fine. You can knock that out of the air if you want to. A less than ideal start to game 1. This is a joke. This has got to be a joke. They had 24 first-period shots. The Calgary Flames giving up 24 first-period shots, having 4 power penalties called against them. Just utter ridiculousness. I deserve a couple of big power plays now. I'm pissed off. I'm pretty heated. So I have to... this aggressive style that we came out playing with, do we abandon it and go for like a 1-3-1? We got to shut Chicago down. They are heavily out shooting us. And they're outpossessing us right now. This is the worst we've looked in this entire playoff run. So I need a board pin. Blum did that. Shot, rebound by Darcy Kemper. Another rebound. Goodness gracious, Chicago, man. Most annoying team. You thought Phoenix was annoying? Holy goodness, this is another level from Chicago. This is a different level. On the boards, please. Headman for Riley Smith, but it's out of reach. Oh my God! And to think I wanted to record this game today. I'm regretting every decision that I have made. The controller feels so awful as well. Shoot! Just need a shot. Just needed a shot. I hate when the game plays like this. This is so frustrating because we're so bad defensively, and I don't know what the solution is. I'm gonna try and protect the net. Just go stand in front of your goaltender, all 5 skaters. Go stand in front of the goaltender. If we all stand in front of the net, surely they can't get a shot on the net if we all stand in front of it, right? Is that the best way to play D? I might have to explore as many options as possible, and that might be one of my routes that I'm going to have to take with this team. Luff off the side of the net. It's still there. It's laying there. Across the rink. Hanowski will knock it down, settle it, and head it up to Granlund. Saucer pass across, knocked down by Imperi, of course. That was an AI player taking a slash, so that was not me. Goodness, the penalties are just ridiculous. I don't have a word to describe the penalties. Egregious by the referees in this game. I mean, you might as well go out there and commit bloody murder. They probably won't call you for committing bloody murder at this point. They've called so many penalties. There has to be a cooldown on the penalties at some point. I mean, did we get through the PK we got through the last PK with the diamond PK approach. I thought pretty well, so we're going to stick with it. Is it time to turn on the power kill? 18 shots on the power play is just stupidity. This is just video game numbers. Because this is a video game. I mean, it is a video game after all. God knows we just are not our collective selves in this game. Rimmed along, Sagan. There's no breakout. No support for the breakout anywhere. I gotta go for it. At some point, your offense just has to go for it. Run Seabrook through the boards. We tried. Uh-oh, we're starting to fight. Does Seabrook oblige? Why would you oblige? You're up big in this game. Why would you oblige to a fight? Potentially let the Flames get back into one. Faxa, a spin off of that. A backhander on. I'll just take it. I'll just have to take the shot. Turn around, Faxa. Oh, demolished on the boards, and they get away with a good, clean hit. Get away with a good, clean hit. Like I have anything to complain about. It was clean. That's going to be a shot. Blocked. Heavy block with the ass cheeks of Corey Perry? The gracious ass cheeks of Corey Perry. Oh, my God. Faxa actually made that move. Well, stay with it. Just stay with it. All right. The power kill is back. My team feels so unbelievably slow. I can't even exaggerate how slow my team is. We've come into this game at a disadvantage in speed. Coyotes wore us down. Oh, Kostitsin, that was an incredible move. Just no finish. No finishing touch. No, they would knock that pass down. We got to saucer that across the rink. We got to do a saucer pass there, not a flat pass along the ice. It's too easily knocked down for those guys. We're going to skate this with Laxo. Oh, who's that? Kostitsin? Couldn't drag the leg. He is offside. Feeling the pressure. We need the next goal so badly. It needs to be urgency. Full urgency from the Flames. Take everything to the net. I'm about to become just like the Carolina Hurricanes. Shoot the puck from everywhere. I think that needs to become the approach. We clearly don't have any speed. We don't have any breakaway speed. We just need to get simple shots on the net. Well, Clefbaum really did a great job of absorbing that contact. Thank you, Kemper. At least he had the ability to be aware and know where the puck was. Karan, I'm going to cut across the middle. There's my famous cut across the middle move. Drag move. Shooting. Scores! Karan! We're within one. The cut across the middle was ingenious. A nice little drag move as well, changing the angle with the stick blade. He has a goal to get the Flames within one. How about that turn of the tide? We had a guy driving the net as well. It was Emerton. He had that net front presence, that net front drive, as Karan's release was lethal enough to tickle the twine. All right, I'm feeling much better about this game. The comeback effort is on now for the Calgary Flames. Can we get a power? We haven't had a power play, by the way. Can we get a power play? That would make a world of a difference for my team. Ekblad settle the puck. I mean, we just look afraid to settle the puck down on these dump-ins. It's killing us. Oh, that was so dangerous. Oh, what a toe drag move by Hanowski, defended way too well by the Chicago Blackhawks. They had that on lockdown mode. Chalmerson, don't ever say the word lockdown to me ever again. That is a word that I don't want to think about. Caron, oh, you were lucky to go on a change. Caron should have had the puck out of the zone. Whoa, the puck physics error. Oh, my God. Caron now at center. He has the most recent goal. Does he have a dangle in him? I'll just try it. You might as well try the dangle. Oh, dive on. Oh, my goodness. Dive into the goal crease. It was laying there in the blue paint. Knocked down at center ice, I think, by Caron. Ollie goes behind the net. Slow down and settle it. Oh, who's that standing up there? Stay high in the neutral zone. Seabrook will rim this around. Chandler Stevenson in waiting for the Hawks. Put that pressure on the forecheck. I hate how slow my team is. Chandler Stevenson, you're going to be sealed off on that dump in. Sagan coming out from behind his own net. A bump move to get around. He does. What a crazy, risky move on the breakout. Taves, you need to be eating one for that hit. But he isn't. He is carrying the puck away. Dumped in and finally eats one from the services of Keith Ollie. Or sorry, Keith Ollie. I'm the wrong player. That would be Oscar Clefbaum wearing the number 7. It's been a while since I recorded this series. I got to remember who's on my team and what number they wear. Dump in back on Kemper, cover it there, and just get a reset in the D zone of face-off. I don't think I'm going to be able to edit out any coughs in this game. You're just going to have to live with anytime I have a cough. That was that was such a weird play from Caron, but he created space for himself to make an odd angle shot. That Crawford, he had some trouble with that. If we just had a player that was driving the net, they could have poked that in. There was a yawning cage for that puck. Oh, blocked on the way through on the shot from Luongo. Kept in by the Hawks on a failed deke. We're doing way too many dekes on breakouts. Kemper just lay it there. I don't know whose twig is broken, but someone is missing a stick on the ice. But either way, they probably got it back now. Chalusti in front for Aller on the doorstep. Maybe there's an opportunity to tie this game in there somewhere. Dumped in by the Hawks. At least we're getting these guys to dump it in. They got to go dump and chase mode. Toulouse, you got so much space here, but we're going to slap dump it. We just got to have that speed on the forecheck. Go in there and retrieve it. Retrieval mode. Hound it. Hound that puck on the dump in. They're dumping it in as well, but their dump in is actually far more successful than ours is. Ekblad's had so much trouble with dump-in retrievals in this game. Ekblad should have just kept skating and just acted as a forward on that breakout. Chip play to the outside or chipping it further in. Granlund getting on the forecheck. Not successful. Got to stick with our forechecking game plan because we got to believe that it's going to work. Just because you're losing in a game doesn't mean you give up on the way you want to play. It's a very hard thing to do, though. I got to shoot this. Short side. Whoa, what an awkward shot that was. That was so strange. And yet, again, Crawford having trouble with a couple of weird ones. That'll be poked back that center. Perry chipping it down low, further into the zone. Got to go get it. Get after his own play. In the corner, hounding it. Bothered a bit there. We're going to go behind the net. Sagan in front. Trying to help Corey Perry out. There it is. Ollie on the pension. Got enough time and enough space. We can walk the middle. Shot by Ollie, but way off the mark. Got to figure out how to hit the net with that shot. That was such a bad miss. LeBlanc will carry it away, and that's the pronunciation I'm sticking with. We'll settle it with Laxo. The outlet there to Paulinen. Man, I feel like I'm off my game in terms of the way I've played this and in terms of my commentary. I just don't feel... I truly hate it that as we jumped into this game, I don't feel ready to play this. Oh, Paulinen. Cut back away from that, up top. Now we want to hit the net with this shot. And again, we miss. Whoa, poke checked on the net. I'll take that effort. Get out of the period. Stevenson is offside. Okay. Stevenson's offside. I'll lay off a little bit. We had a lot of that when we met these guys in the West Final back in Season 4. A couple of hits after the whistle on offsides. Look at how bad that missed the net. That was so terrible that EA Sports thought there should be a replay for that miss. Look at how terrible this miss was. Can you believe it? We have to show it twice. So just get out of the period right now. We can take this into the third, and we can settle things down from here. This has to be a third period of the ages for Calgary. Now, the Flames, I'm sorry, the Blackhawks, I'm going to get that mixed up so many times in this, aren't I? But the Blackhawks, that was a weird dump in. The Blackhawks are up to just 33 shots on the net through 2 periods of play. They entered the second period of play with 24 shots through the first period. So we did a much better job of stifling these guys. You saw all the dump-ins that Chicago felt forced to do in that last period of play. So we've done a better job at forcing their hand on the dump-in, not letting them get set up. We also got to stay out of the box, out of the penalty box. Blum shooting, deflected on the net maybe, perhaps. Got to be on that rebound. That's the main thing. Be all over the rebound, loose puck opportunities, get your second chance opportunities, have a second serving of shots on goal on Corey Crawford when they are available and opportune to be taken advantage of. I want guys well in on the forecheck. Luckily, this is a minor penalty, but unfortunately, it is a penalty, which has been the biggest problem we have faced in this game. It's just not staying disciplined. His legs, dude. The legs of that Hawks player as he went careening into the boards on that body check. I am focused on the power kill here. I want the power kill to activate. Goodness gracious, man. Even the passes are slow from us. Big play with the stick by Simon Luff. He stands net front in front of his goaltender, Darcy Kemper there. We're going to slap this down the ice. Or not, or never mind. Should have just wristed it down the ice. Goodness, take the surefire dump out when you get a chance. They're back to shooting the puck on the net because our penalty kill just can't stand up to this power play. Faxa? Oh my God, Faxa. What the hell, man? Faxa. Ekblad. Shimmish shake moves by Ekblad at the blue line, but now we got to have somebody cover. Cover for Ekblad. He stepped way up on that play. That was a great deke and a great play to get space for himself. Kumala with an easy save there for Kemper, or so I would assume, considering the angle that shot was taken from. Eat that one off the face there of Duncan Keith. No penalty call because they've called way too many on us in this game. So now we have the refs in our back pocket. Corey Perry just dangled the whole freaking team. Why don't you? Power kill is on for the Calgary Flames. Dump in. Is this offside? I thought that looked like a delayed offside to me. Way down the rink, the full length of the ice as I'm running out of breath already. It's been so long since I did commentary. And along with that illness and the irritation still ongoing inside my my pathways, it is a problem to be dealt with today. I'm going to have to persevere. Oh my God, I have to persevere with my team's gameplay. This gameplay is terrible. Worst game we played in the playoffs, it feels like. And yet, we're within 1 goal right now. Granlund, I just wanted to chip it along the boards. He did everything but. Oh my God, we are just hemmed in our own zone. Hanalski, we have the problem with this team, no speed in this game. Where's the speed? Blum, dump it in. I want to dump it in. I want to get it to the red line, just dump it in. The Hawks are relentless. Look at Paulinen. Look at his little ass getting in there on that forecheck, but then taken away by Luke Adam. Who else? Oh my God. Their forecheck is crazy. Their whole team is just crazy. They're all over the ice at all times. Braun with the power move. The cutback against the grain on, I want to say that's Nick Leddy defending there. Blue line chance for Laxo. Blocked down by Paulinen. Paulinen gets an odd angle shot to the net. Corey Crawford with no problem handling that save. Kramer at the blue line, a dump in. It looks like the Hawks are just trying to dump it in. They're playing to get out of this game. We're playing to just try to stay alive in this game. Gary Toulouse is a one-man show. He had a beautiful windmill set up there, but couldn't successfully pull that deke off. That's an icing. Yes, it is. It feels like one of the first icings we've seen in this game. I'm sorry about that clear out, but you were in the lane, and that was just an unfortunate positioning for yourself. Flames missed opportunities, I would assume. Yes. That was a miss by Ollie, I think. Man, Riley Smith missed that just wide. We didn't need to see that one again. That was so bad. Oh, man, fighting through this. Legit have some irritation in my throat at times. It is so annoying. Back to the point. Just going to keep shooting it from the point. Keep chucking pucks from the blue line. Oh! Rebound, goal, Kostitsin, we are tied. That's why you hail the puck from the blue line. Get your second chance opportunities. The second serving was delicious indeed for Kostitsin. He goes 5-hole on Crawford off of the rebound. You know, it was a weird one because it wasn't a big rebound from Crawford. He just couldn't smother it in the goal crease. Kostitsin was opportunistic to find that puck and jam it home. Flames have scored 3 unanswered to tie this game. What an opening to this West Final. I don't think anything will be as crazy as Game 1 in the West Final against the St. Louis Blues a couple of years back. But if this keeps up, this game will be crazier than my last X. That's a nice hit there by Aaron Ekblad. Be taken along by Stevenson, dumped in just inside the blue line. Sagan will flip it out to center because he sees Eller in the neutral ice. Just a hopeful play to maybe believe that we could find Eller with that play. Man, my commentary, I butchered that commentary right there. That commentary line was butchered. Shot from an angle, handled well by Kemper. Was the call to go to Kemper had to be the right decision because he has kept us very much in this game with some big saves. Although we've definitely done a better job of kind of shutting it down. That was a weird one on the forecheck. The poke check from Toulouse ended up on the net. I would assume would count as a shot on goal. This game is just out. It gets out of hand at times for both of these teams. That's what we need to do. Make them feel the punishment and the wrath of the blue line when they want to dump that puck in. If you're a defenseman, you have got to step up on their body and put the body on. Got to put that hit on. Hanowski trying to find space for himself. Drop back to Ollie, which is where the space is. Shot. Deflection. Hanowski rims it along. Ollie pumps it back in with that poke check. Keith will find the support of Luke Adam. A long stretch pass to find Kramer. And he just decides to dump it in. Going to slow this down behind the net. Look at this. Aggressive forecheck. One man all the way in on the hashies for the Chicago Blackhawks. It looked like a 1-2-2 forecheck setup. Hanowski, you just need to deke this guy out. And he did. He got a shot on goal. Handled by Crawford with the low pad. Big save. Covered it up. No second chance opportunities for the Calgary Flames on that one. I wouldn't worry about a slumping star if you're on the blue line. No music. The arena is silent. It is tense moments inside what I'm going to call the United Center, even though it says Chicago Stadium. That was not your shot, Luff, but okay, good enough. At least it wasn't a turnover on the blue line. It could have been much worse. He laid that guy out on the zone entry. Laxo along the boards. Paladin, skate to it. Get it! Please get the puck. We have just had no speed in this entire game. Send in front. Caron tied up in front of the net. Stay up there on the forecheck. I want to remain aggressive forechecking. I like our aggressive forecheck. I don't feel like the Hawks have adapted well to the forecheck in this game. We're going to go here to my defenseman, Laxo, up the boards. Bank pass perfect to Toulouse. The rare dump in from the Flames. Fair caught out of the air by Crawford. He still probably has nightmares about Aaron Ekblad's dump-in goal in the last Western Conference Final between Chicago and Calgary. I keep sporadically checking over to make sure that the recording is still going. Which again, as I've mentioned many times before, if this goes to YouTube, it won't matter. You will know that this recorded successfully because it will be up on the internet. I'm rimming this up the glass. Perry, oh, he was right there. Oh, I didn't mean to play that. Well, that was an accidental button press. Oh, we're struggling to get the puck out. We really did. And we will go offside as we dangle those defensemen. But it doesn't matter because the whistle is blown for the offside. Jonathan Toews around it again. On a deflection this time. That was the play where Perry, we should have had the puck out of the zone with Corey Perry, but it just didn't work out that way for us. 3 minutes and 10 seconds right now away from overtime. have the Hawks completely choke the game away here. I've got to dump this in. If you get out of the way of your defenseman. He has to dump the puck in. We needed to get that 200 feet in. The Hawks now remain in possession. Great play by Oscar Klefbom. Klefbom wears 77, right? No, Klefbom wears... That's... Jeez, I don't even know. Blum is number 77, I think. Klefbom wears 7 because I thought that Klefbom should be wearing 77. It's more of a Klefbom number. I don't even know what number Klefbom wore in the real world. So for some reason, I don't. But he was a pretty awesome defenseman for the Edmonton Oilers. I hate that he had to retire early, effectively. He had an early end to his career, basically. Very unfortunate when that happens to players, especially players that are pretty good, like Klefbom was. And an awesome last name as well. We traded for Klefbom out of Edmonton. Oh, Riley Smith! I thought just put the game on ice with that goal right there. It was a good play to find Riley Smith in the first place. First line's had a good game. Riley Smith is on it right now. That's a great play by Luongo. He just denied a perfect deke opportunity for Riley Smith. Would have set up the offense nicely. Kicked along for Laxo. We got to keep this puck rimmed along the board. Again, another play for Corey Perry. Does not work out in the Flames' favor. Now we're just going to play it out to center and let this one go to overtime. So we're going to take this one to overtime, and we will decide it in extra time. Much better. Through the last 2 periods were much better. 43 shots led by Chicago on the net to our 25. First time we've been this heavily outshot, I think, ever in a playoff game in the GM mode. I don't think we've ever been so heavily outplayed and outshot by an opposition like the Chicago Blackhawks have here. However, this game still went to overtime no matter what. We're in OT now. First period of overtime beginning. A shot, big pad save, and a rebound again. I'm going to change. I have not been proactive. That's really an icing? Well, I mean, I'm not complaining. That was a pad save by Crawford. The rebound went all the way down the other end of the rink to make it for icing. That's hilarious. I mean, laughter ensuing for me on that one. That was great. Laxo with another shot. Get another icing on a pad save rebound. So, if we're going to have those rebounds in this period, we need to be on top of those because I feel like second chance opportunities against Corey Crawford are going to be super critical in a game and a series like this. Play it, Laxo. Just please play the puck. That's yours, Simon Luff. You got to get inside positioning on Jonathan Toews. He's been the best player on the ice for the Blackhawks, bar none in this game. Oh, no. And we got to watch. Simon Luff, do not deke in your goaltender's blue paint. Just do not do any kind of dekes, ever. Just take that to heart. Never do a deke in that region of the ice surface ever again. In fact, don't deke at all. And there's confirmation. Klefbom wears number 7. Oh, okay. The stick lift may have saved a goal. You want to talk about second chance opportunities. The Chicago Blackhawks have had second chance opportunities aplenty to open overtime as we strategically knocked the net off. I'm kidding. We didn't strategically knock that net off. But I think that knocking the net free is actually going to work out for us because we're going to end up with a attacking zone face-off. Yes, we will. Just knock the net off. There you go. Win the face-off. Whoa, Ekblad, you just missed a game winner. Riley Smith, what are you trying to do there? He dropped it between his own legs to himself. This man has a crystal. You better have a crystal ball for the future in knowing that despite that, the Calgary Flames are going to win this game. So you better know what you're doing if you're going to drop it between your legs to yourself, then get body checked in the attacking zone, especially after we had won a face-off, to get possession there. Okay. I got to say, man, I love Kemper's game since he's come in here. Do we start Kemper? Oh, Blum saving that pass into the slot area. A huge one. On the net. Yep, I'll take a shot on the net. It's a defenseman just getting it on the net. It works like a dump in. You force Crawford to make a save. And in my opinion, to take a common phrase away from a lot of other people, there is no such thing as a bad shot in overtime. To use a common cliche, that's probably the better way to describe that. To use a atypical cliche display, oh, my brain is malfunctioning at this point in overtime. Fox, don't take a penalty. Just stay with that puck and stay with that play. I hate how slow our team has been skating this entire game. You don't even know what I'm having to work through. The Blackhawks have no idea. Oh! Ah! We win it on that play! Backdoor feed, the comeback complete. Yuri Talusti in overtime. Miracles have been done on me. Thank you, number 19. The whole play to set that up from the outside. Watch this little pivot move by Lars Eller to the back door. Unguarded by the Chicago defense. They leave him untouched in front. Corey Crawford had to work to bail out his team. Look at the black eye on Aaron Ekblad. In comeback fashion, your Calgary Flames have taken game 1. This looked bleak from the start. From the complete outset of this one, it looked bleak, and it looked bleak at times in overtime. What a miraculous victory. The miracle at the UC.